Good day,
Okay,
folks. This is
go ahead with it.
yeah. Good day, folks. This is another edition of MLC Talk. Today is Father's Day. Our host, Dr. Toto, is going to be in charge, so we want to welcome all of you.
Take it with it. Also to our viewer and listener out there in Liberia and in the US, wherever you are, we want to greet you. And on this special day, we also want to say Happy Father Day to all our fathers around the world, especially our Lutheran father. We want to take this time to celebrate you and to wish you Happy Father Day at your end. So we ask our viewer just share the show for us. This will be like an open discussion. You can call in to wish your special father. Anybody want to wish Happy Father Day, the line will be open. The number will be down the screen. You can call to contribute. And we'll be discussing some other issue concerning our Lutheran Church in Liberia, especially the platform. We discuss our Lutheranism, thing that have to do with the Lutheran Church and the Lutheran Church in Liberia. Any part of the world that issue that have to do with Lutheranism. So we want to welcome our viewer out there, share the show, and, and the number be on the street, and let's take it from there. Let me say to my co-host Elijah, Happy Father Day for the Twin City, and also to all behalf of the network, want to extend our condolences to the shooting that took place in Minneapolis. The two lawmakers were shot. I think one was killed, along with a husband in Minnesota. There's a difficult time for the family, also for the people of Minnesota. We want to express our deepest condolences to them for that. You know, Woody, Happy Father Day to you, all the way from the
Oh,
Peach State, Atlanta.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Happy Father's Day to you as well. And as you mentioned earlier, that what took place yesterday, um, in Minneapolis, we we do share the grief, and also we empathize with the family of the senator, the state senator who was shot yesterday. But yeah, I mean, today's Father's Day. The Peach City is sunny, as always, receiving a good weather. Um, and we are having a wonderful time down here. Unlike, you know, but
You're the follow a good weather, huh?
So,
oh yeah,
Elijah, what is happening in your background? Despite the shooting that went on, what other things that happened in your background in the Twin City? What are you hearing?
cool weather.
Oh well, before the shooting, there were also like protests happening for stuff going on around the country. The No King protest been happening in Minnesota as well. Like it's happening around the country. And then yesterday morning, we got up to the news of the death of the lawmakers and stuff. The death, so that was devastating. Um, So that's making like the major headlines in Minnesota right now. So we just continue to pray for the bereaved families and continue to pray for our community as well. Because the perpetrators stay alleged. They alleged and they're looking for him. Um, police still looking for him, and so he's out there. We don't know exactly where he is though, but we pray that police will be able to find him and kind of apprehend him for what he did. Yeah, but on the overall, we are here. We're hoping and praying that we can have a wonderful show today.
Yeah, thank you. Also, I think for me, Pittsburgh, like we didn't have to the spring, we didn't have too much of rain, but like we wanted down to the spring, going to the summer. Hopefully by next week, it been raining too lot, a lot of rain. Right now, I didn't go to church this morning. The rain was so heavy. they put it a lot of flaw in our area.
Oh
So
wow.
this is
That I told you will
better.
be you'll be safe from that very shortly in the month of August. You'll be down here in Atlanta and you enjoy better weather,
Uh,
good
but
environment.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then look at the discussion. Again, want to say happy Father Day to our viewer out there, to our father, especially our father from St. Louis, what he did, Mediquere,
Yeah, many case small. Yeah, we want to
to
wish you
happy
happy
Father
Father's
Day.
Day. Well,
They,
a special happy Father's Day.
a special one to be one of our key listeners
Yeah,
and supporter of the network.
yeah,
I want to wish you a happy Father Day wherever he is and listening to us, and all the great men that's added the platform and they are here with us. And want to wish you a happy Father Day also too. Our dear sister that join us from, we can call them from uh, across the river from Canada. Or just a couple city. I keep saying I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I will just forget about that. You know, but what is happening in your background, couple? I think couple experiences so this should join us. But we'll be looking at some issue. Whether Elijah, we'll be looking at the protest that took place in the Lutheran University. What are the outcome of that? Because protest means something. Well, pro- protest is a form of people expressing their anger, their grievances, when things not really working well for the system. We just saw Elijah was talking, we see a mass protest going across the US in LA, Minneapolis, and the other part of the US, protests going on. So when people protest, they are expressing on certain issue they want to be resolved. And we saw a protest a couple of weeks ago now by our new born baby Lutheran University. And since that time, we saw the intervention of the president, the bishop, and other officials of the Lutheran University were involved. And we want to know where we went on our protest. Are we hearing anything? What was the outcome of the visit that spoke to the student body? Was there any resolution put in place? The student consent address that session would that be or would that happen anymore again? So we'll be trying to dive into that. And then also too, whatever thing the panelists, that going into your mind, you can speak it also too as we discuss the issue. But our first focus will be on Lutheran University. We'll have our brother John, who is a radio journalist in Total, and also a key interest in the Lutheran University will come here to give us some information as to where we are on our protest. So, couple, you keep going in and out. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank
Okay,
you
so
very much,
can
sir.
you just before we bring our guests in, what is happening in your background on this Father Day? Are you treating your husband good today?
What were you saying? A tita
I,
like what?
I said, oh, when
So I said,
Let me
husband,
let me just let me
all right,
just
that,
couple
I mean, Elijah, did I say anything actually?
couple. Let me tell you. By 6
What's
p.m.
the reason when I'm not seeing you though?
You see me now?
Couple
No.
yes, I don't know.
Oh, really?
by
I'm
6:30.
listening.
Let me go and come back.
By 6:30. By 6:30, my wife is taking me
Okay, I
out.
can see you.
Oh, really?
So
That's
that's my Father Day treat. My wife is taking me out for dinner. I don't know where she's taking me, but she just told me that she's taking me somewhere about 6:30. I should get ready. And I told her, say, I had to rub my shoes. She said, please, your shoes shouldn't either rub my taking you
my
out.
outing.
Yeah. So
So please be looking at the time.
So when you
The
get there,
show should not interfere into
no?
the outing, please.
Yeah. So when you get there, what
For my end, I'm so much grateful to God for everything. And again, I want to say Happy Father's Day to you guys. For the person I have worked with, you people, I have seen, apart from Woody and Elijah, but for Tata Toto, I have seen some son of fatherly figure in you. Because we would talk, you would advise, you would say this. So,
Why you say I
always
cover with
advise
Elijah?
people. No, for you and Elijah, you people are my brother. I've been knowing you from our youth days for Dr. Toto. I
Okay.
just got to know Dr. Toto, so and for the few times I've been knowing him for, I'm convinced that he's a real father. Yeah, from his talking, for sometimes we won't go the other way. He would say, "No, gentlemen, we gotta be like this, we gotta be like that." That'll be focused. So, congratulations for that, and happy Father's Day to you, to Elijah, and to Willie Covey. Thank you guys so much, and a big one for me to my husband, the real man of the house. Happy
Okay.
Father's Day to him, the
Is,
daddy
is
of
the
all
man in
the
Canada?
children. My husband coming.
Is the man in Canada?
My husband
Me, I say
coming.
I
nothing.
know.
Okay, want to say happy? We want to say want to join our dear sister to say happy Father's Day to our brother-in-law.
Thank
You know,
you.
wherever he is, he has a beautiful wife and a beautiful family. Then he hurry up and be there immediately.
Immediately. In fact, immediately. And happy
So,
Father's Day to all of our Lutheran fathers in the house. Everybody today, they cry at my parish, Partnersville. Father Frankly, a special one from me to you. You were scribed as Father of the Year 2025, 2026. I want to say congratulations. And to all of our fathers who are honored today as Father of the Year in all of our parishes, we want to say Happy Father's Day to you. Thank you. My
Yeah,
area
brother.
is perfect. We got a good weather. Winnipeg is okay. Our weather is super. You can even wear muscle. I'm short trouser and you get out. You'll be
okay,
okay for
that's
the
good.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, big brother Jerome Colette was also crowned as Father of the Year as a
No.
Peters
Oh,
today.
okay. Yeah,
Happy Father's Day, brother Colette.
Jerome Colette.
Yeah.
Jerome Colette is one of our
Yeah,
long-time Sunday school teacher.
Yeah.
Jerome Colette.
He
Congratulations.
taught me Sunday school.
Yeah.
You
You've
know,
been
he
around
was there.
Oh
The
yeah.
long time. He and this guy, I don't know where he see that. What or Stevie. Well, Stevie, them others said them play or
I don't know.
yeah, that was Jerome Colette, that was mother, that was entered to the water, and that's Stevie guy. They used to run the Sunday school.
I
Yeah,
know brother Colette.
yeah, way
That's
back.
his
The
way.
brother Jerome is our other guy. I think Mother Sue as well, but the other guy I don't know him.
Yeah, Stevie. What's Stevie? I just forget his last name. But yeah, they didn't want it. Three people should run that Sunday school, man, in the 80s. Yeah, with it,
Hey guys, we have a surprise today. A special surprise on Father's Day. It's a special appearance. So very shortly we'll be seeing the person.
Oh wow.
It's been a while.
You
We can't
It's
wait.
been a while, but it's a
you sure that
special
surprise? I
surprise.
can guess that person.
Who's that person?
I don't know.
so,
No, you
You don't
make
know the
it just
person.
surprising. Then you ask people to start guessing the person's name.
She
I
said
don't
you know
know.
the
I'm
person. A
just
special
guessing. I
surprise.
don't know.
No, but on a
so
serious note, yeah.
can we bring our guy on so we can get the discussion right now?
Oh, I thought we're talking about the Father's Day a
Are
little
we
bit.
done
One
with our fathers?
Elijah, how your
We need
Father's
to
Day started?
celebrate
Did the
our
Father's Day
Yeah.
start
fathers.
yesterday or is starting today?
Yeah, we
Dr.
need to
Toto said his
celebrate our
started
fathers.
today.
You guys are so unique to us, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Dr.
already,
Toto, I think that
Oh,
time
yeah.
the time to it.
yeah, I already said about we have to give me off by
3:16.
6:30.
Oh yeah.
I
Elijah,
already talking about we have to give me off. I don't know what she thinking, but she tell me
Well,
to
she
be
carrying
about.
you out.
Yeah.
Elijah, why your mind is
Well,
taking you?
yeah, what am I doing, man?
well,
You gotta tell me
my
what am I
wife.
doing?
Okay, now listen, guys. Yama just came back from work. She just came back from work, but this morning I got up to a very big gift for her with so many different stuff in there, with a card and everything else, wishing me Father's Day, and she made a very beautiful Facebook post as well.
I
So,
saw that.
we already started celebrating the day. So she just came back from work. I don't know what else she has, planned. So we'll figure out for here after the show.
So this is my Father Day gift.
Oh wow. Yeah,
A
sure.
special
You're
gift.
getting waiting. Where CCI is
You
taking
see
me.
it?
You know, let me moderate the whole Father Day session.
You see?
On
You
the
see? A
video.
special
Let
something.
me. Oh,
This is it.
I tell you.
A special something from all the way to Dubai.
Oh wow. The
Yeah.
order is.
And then
That was order.
I'm going out also to eat again.
Oh wow.
That's my Father Day gift right there.
Gift.
You know?
Yeah, Wendy, what's
Yeah.
about
So
Yeah.
you? Where is Cecilia taking you?
no, we started the Father's Day yesterday, last night. So we went out to event. We go to other places, but the regular places, American dishes. But last night we went to a very special kind of place. It was a Mediterranean restaurant. My first time going there.
Are they
I mean,
see?
it was late. Yeah. And then we got home. So when we got home, I was hurried to come upstairs. I was told to just come upstairs, and I said, well, why all the instructions like that? But anyway, in the army, anything the commander say, you have to abide by it. So this morning is a big surprise, like Elijah also mentioned. I saw a big, a lot of gifts. They all just pulled in, and I'll tell you this quick joke. And my little guys, the guy told me, say, I wrote a note to you. I wrote a letter to you. He talking about a birthday card, so he brought his card and he read the card to me. It was wonderful. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
we went for service, and after service, one of my favorite food, acheke. I'm gonna eat that right after our program today. So yeah. Just
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
I forgot to mention that my little guy wrote me the note as well. He wrote me the card, and my niece wrote me the card, and my wife wrote me the card as well. So I had three
yeah.
cards this morning to read.
Yeah. But,
That's what I
but
said.
read,
I'm
somebody warning for
monitoring
us.
this Father
So
this
this
session.
is my
Yes.
this is my son from Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Okay, happy Father Day. Thank you for being in my life and being the best father that you can be, that I love. You so dear. I wish I could just catch a star and wrap it around you to celebrate this day with you. But
Wow.
I cannot be in Pittsburgh with you. But please rest assured that I love you. Happy Father Day, Daddy.
Oh wow.
So
What a good one. So
yeah, that's my
Great.
second son, Moses.
okay. So we want to say on behalf of the ladies, right? To Mr. Stoto, to Mr. Scobway, to Mr. Sina. I would like to extend my appreciation to you people for the love, for the gifts, and for everything. We can overlook things, but the little you do, you are appreciated for that. They have some people, they don't care. They just don't care about family. They don't care. The fact that you even come home soon to sit with your family is something that you are doing. So I just want to appreciate you guys so much, and to our female, but they are not doing again. To our female out there, I want to tell you guys thank you. And I want to recognize PM Lauba, Small, PM Moluba,
You guys seen the surprise?
and Josh Walkman.
No, not yet.
These are young
Not
people,
yet.
but then the family, they are family people oriented.
Yeah,
I
I
just want
guess
to say a big
it's a
shout out to
surprise.
you guys. A Father Days. Who's that? Brother, is that Brother Ibe?
Even Batal Lewen is with us today.
Brother Lewen, welcome. Happy Father's
Yes.
Day.
Happy Father's Day.
What did Mrs. Lewen do for you? What did she carry you? Or where is she carrying you?
Thank you, Wale. Thank
I don't
you.
know for some reason everything.
Hey, Elijah,
Thank
what you
you.
saying?
For some reason, I'm not seeing Willie and Abel. I just seen a green background for two of them.
Elijah, I think probably your network. I had that same problem
Now
last
you're
week. You
searching,
can
but you
call.
see me, right?
Yeah, maybe you can go. You need to go here, come
Go out
back.
and come
I can
back.
see
and
two of
see.
you.
Go out
Yeah.
and come back.
Okay.
I had that same problem last week. I
Go
don't.
out and come back and see.
I don't go here, come
Okay.
back.
Okay, so Dr. Toto.
Yeah. So, brother Abel, the Wally, our board member from the Luther University, is so good here with us today. We want to wish you happy Father Day. What do you have on your plate? What a welcome to. Can you hear us, brother Abel?
Thank you, George. Yes, I'm hearing you. I think
Okay.
there's
Yeah. What a welcome you. And also say thanks to you. You're one of the founder that's Average Network. We want to say for the great contribution that you guys did, being the founder that's Average Network, that made a voice for our church and also the members to express concern, and we discuss Lutheranism. Yeah, the good work that you guys are there, and the work is continuing. So we want to say welcome again to your show. And what do you have on your plate?
Oh well, I heard you guys talking about the recurrence of protests at the Phoebe Campbell's of the Lutheran University. So I thought it was to
conducive
regularly
learning
provide
environment.
an update.
We appreciate your patience
happening.
and
All right, thank you. Welcome to the show. You are a member of the platform. Definitely, so you can way to contribute. We want to welcome our brother John. Brother John Dacey is a radio journalist from Radio Totota. And he's been covering a lot of issues when it comes to Lutheran University in that region. And they're having keen interest in the Lutheran University. If I were to protest or he wanted to do that were reporting the protest through the media. So we invited John on the show to see what out there in terms of the protest, in terms of the resolution that was reached with the administration of the university. So we just want to hear from John. John, want to welcome you to the show. And what do you have for us, John?
John, you are muted. If you are listening, you are muted.
John, you are muted.
Maybe we can go to
yeah, okay. While John trying to Brother Leeway. Sometime ago, I mean the protest, you were in the podcast, like the podcast was in the convention chat room. And you said that the protests were politically motivated. And do you care to talk about that? Or is this what you want to retract your statement?
Oh well, that was my initial opinion to the issue. But what I want to provide tonight is decision that have been taken by the board.
Okay.
Yesterday, we had a very successful broadcasting meeting. And it is important that we form this platform as we are contemplating on the short-term process of reopening the school, hopefully on the 23rd of this month. That just maybe about a week from now.
Okay.
But before going into that, I want to extend a heartfelt greetings and congratulations to all platform, let's say all fathers on this platform, fathers all around the world, of our church, of our country, who work day in and day out to ensure that families stand up, to ensure that families is secure, food is provided on the table for the family, medical is taken care of, children are in school. We father do a lot of work, and we have so much on our plate to do, and sometimes our work actually go unnoticed. People don't notice that because we are father, of course, which is good. It is our responsibility to ensure that security matters at all levels. So they that serve to appreciate all of us, I see it to be very valuable, and I want to use this platform and this opportunity to just say hats up to all of you guys doing wonderful job for different families around the world. And speaking to you from Salaye in Lofa, I right now on my farm, I'm in the camp. I've been here doing some agricultural work in addition to our integrated vocational program that we are running. So I just came from the farm. I haven't gone to the bathroom yet to even take my shower.
Wow.
I'm in my farmhouse. So yes, it's good to be here. Greetings to all of you. Now back to the topics of the Lutheran University. Yesterday, the board set up a committee, and I was appointed as chairperson of that committee to do an investigative fact-finding about what is happening at the Phoebe campus of Lutheran University. We've been hearing about the different recurrence of protests. The first one happened, and the presidents of the universities talk that could bring to an end what was happening. But just in less than 3 weeks, we see a recurrence of the protest. So yesterday, the Board of Trustees felt that there was something more deeper than that. We needed to do a comprehensive and a holistic approach to this issue by doing a fact-finding investigation. So I was appointed as chairman of that committee, and the committee has a mandate of 1 month. Hopefully by the 19th of July, the committee report should be given to the board, and then based on that report, uh, the board will be able to take action. But currently, as we speak, we see that a lot of the things are happening is a kind of a mere report. So we are navigating between rumors and facts. Yeah, we cannot divorce ourselves from that. Some of the informations are coming out are mere rumors, and what we want to do is that we want to match those rumors against the facts. So the committee has started its work. I think currently, we are drafting what we call a term of reference for the committee, hopefully between now and Wednesday. And when that term of reference is kind of finalized and endorsed by the board, we will go right into business. Primarily, we want to identify the root causes of the recurring student protests at the Phoebe campus of the Lutheran University. We want to also assess the institutional responses and communication surrounding the protests, why the issue, and then understand the concern, the grievances of the students and other key stakeholders. And once we are able to do that, then we will be able to recommend actionable evidence-based solution to restore the institutional harmonies and the student confidence in the institution. So we have a scope. We will cover a couple of areas, right? We will look at the student protests, why you say that it's occurring, why students keep coming back. There might be something much deeper. So we don't just want to look at the surface of what is happening. We don't want to look at the syndrome. We want to go in depth. So there are a couple of areas. Students came up with different demands. We'll be looking at issue at tuition fatigues. We'll be looking at the academic quality and the courses that are being delivered, because at some point we're hearing people say, oh, there are people teaching at the university who are not even bachelor degree holder. We look at the hosting and the campus facilities. We look at the student governance and the representation. We look at the administrative policy and responses, the different kinds of documents that ever our hands can lay on for this investigation. And of course, we'll talk about the issue of safety and security. So there are a couple of things we are going to do. Of course, confidentiality interview with students and faculty, staff, and administrators at different levels will be conducted, right? We'll review the university policy. We'll review the protest records, the first protest, second protest, third protest. We'll look at the administrative communications to these protests and how it has been done. And then we'll do anonymous surveys or testimonies that will be submitted to us at different levels. And we'll do in-depth consultation with selected external stakeholders. Of course, we are not going to leave all the alumni and the community leaders. This is not a secret. So what we plan to do is that we want to make this committee as independent as possible. So this investigation will be led by me as a chairperson. Additionally, we have members from different segments of the Lutheran Church in Liberia, different stakeholders, so that we can be able to maintain that neutrality and the confidentiality that we have, right? And then when we've done all of that, we will come out with the report. Maybe I will have to come back to this platform after the investigations and then the reports. When the report is prepared, I will come back to this platform to inform the public of what are happening and what are our recommendations and what are the steps that the board is going to take. So we want this to be as independent as possible. We want it to be as transparent as possible. That's the reason we have student representative on the committee. We will have staff representative on the committee. We have administrative representative on the committee. We have alumni. We have parent representative on the committee. We even have hospital staff on the committee. We are going to do all we can so that this committee is an independent committee, voice of politics, so that we come out with independent reports. At the end of the day, the recommendation that will be put forth to the Board of Trustees, they are going to act on that recommendation. So I thought that it is important that I inform the public on what is currently happening. But in the short term, school will reopen on the 23rd. Everybody will return to campus. Everybody will be
I
free
can
to
hear you.
classes and everything until the report is out. And once the report is out, I guess action will be taken.
Thank you, Brother Abel, for that good report. That's a progress news. You just gave
Can
us.
you hear me?
John, can you hear us? John, are you hearing us? We can hear you, but you're not hearing us. I can hear you. We can hear you, but you're not hearing us.
John, I think you have a problem with your
Yeah,
audio. You need to
I
check
think
I
that.
can hear you.
All right, then maybe you have to call us because
there is
we can
No.
hear you, but you cannot hear us.
Yeah, when it
That's it.
start, yeah.
Yeah, give us a call. Yeah, we will call you, okay?
All right.
Oh, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me, John? Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
call
so
you. Yeah.
thank you,
That's
brother.
fine. We're gonna call you.
Again, this is a very good discussion. Brother Abraham gave us a good detail
Yeah.
on some of the progress that we'll be hearing, that the school will resume.
Maybe we mute ourselves, then we cannot get a feedback.
Yeah, can we just mute ourselves, and then when I call upon you. So, Brother Abel, before I read to the other panelists to ask you question, in terms of the structure of the committee, what are some of the names on that committee that you think you can share with us?
Currently, the committee is in a formative stage. As chairman of the committee, I have other board members like Mabel Livingstone. I have Mr. James Marba, Tonola Vapla would also be as members of the Board of Trustees would be part of that committee. So in the coming week, hopefully this week, we'll be able to get the other members of the committee. That means we have to reach the campus to find a representative of students' body that would be serving on this committee. We also have a representative of the faculty senate that will serve on this committee. And we also need to find a representative of the alumni that will serve on the committee. Parents representative supposed to be part of this committee. The campus community, which is the hospital, Phoebe Hospital, campus community, we need to have a representative on this committee. We are going outside the box as well to also have some of the people that have been involved one way or the other. Take, for instance, the police commander. The police have been involved in this case. We also want to hear from them, and we may want them to serve at some point, to provide us some basic information of what has been unfolding. So we may have them also on the committee. So hopefully by the end of this week, we will have a full listing of the committee. Right now, the committee is still being formed. It's still in a formative stage.
All right, thank you for that information. Do you have John on the line? Can you live to give
John,
that would ask a question?
Yeah, John is currently on the phone.
John, can you hear us? Yeah, John, welcome. Yeah, so you can follow you. as a radio journalist, you've been covering the protests and other issues related to the Lutheran University in Total and other part of of Liberia. What do you have for us when it comes to the protest? What information do you have to share with us?
Thank you very much. Let me say good evening to our many followers. Good afternoon, depending on your location. My name is John Dixon, and I'd like to say Happy Father's Day to all the amazing fathers on the show. The Lutheran University, specifically the Phoebe campus, have had basically two separate protests. And the first one was on May 27th of this year. And then the second one was again on the 10th of June, after which there was a temporary closure of school, announced to the students on the 12th. As of the 12th, as I speak right now, the school is closed and is expected to resume on the 23rd of this month. But let me go back and then talk a little about the protest, more especially the first protest. The students had roughly 14 different counts, resolution that they did present. And they expected that within a week period, based upon what they were told, those resolutions would have been adhered to. That was on the 27th of June. And the first thing is the students are saying they don't want the services of the assistant dean of admission, Madam Ada A.C. Brown. They wrote the administration and said they needed her to step down because her services at the university is not benefiting the student and the institution. So they did a communication asking the administration to order for immediate step down, at least to allow, a smooth learning environment on the campus. That was the first count as I read.
All right, we're gonna get back with John. I think he's having a little technical issue.
Okay, yeah, so get back to John. Federal Parliament, Brother Abel, we have a little bit from John. So that was at the floor to ask questions of why our board member for the Lutheran University is here, Brother Abel. So Elijah, I was out to you. What do you have on your plate for Elijah? You meet yourself for whatever question, Abel.
First of all, I want to say, Brother Abel, happy Father's Day. Good to see you tonight. I'll be connecting with you sometime. During this week as well, so we can talk other stuff. Brother Abel, for me, like I have stated in the past, that the opening of the Lutheran University was rushed, and I have stated that the situation that's happening currently is an administrative blunder because of limited oversight of the administration of the Lutheran University. This shouldn't be happening at this time. As you're talking about just the setting up of a committee, it brings to me like, okay, this is a way overdue thing. I think this should have been something that should have been done from the initial stage. Because Phoebe and Esther Bacon, these two institutions, they have been in existence. And coming into the Lutheran University, establishing a new university, I think we as Lutheran took advantage of these pre-existing institutions and did not do due diligence on evaluating these institutions as we were incorporating them into underneath the Lutheran University. Because you have two campuses, two administrations that were operating at their own levels. And you integrated them underneath the Lutheran University, but they still maintain their status codes with the same leadership. My question to you is that I want to understand from the Board of Trustees perspective, what is the organogram of the Lutheran University, and what is that chain of command that runs from the president's office through the deans, and I just want to understand that whole administrative structure that you guys have in place right now. Because recently I have a niece who attends who is at the Xhosa Esther Bacon School of Nursing, and they've been asked to do vacation school. We usually transfer the tuition through wire transfer to the university. But they say, oh no, the transfer shouldn't go into the school's account, but rather the money should be paid physical cash to the school because it's a vacation school. I'm like, okay, whether it's a vacation school or not, it is the school that's running this. So, the account for money, whoever they're going to be paying to run this vacation school should be done through the accounting process of the university. But they're asking students to pay that money directly into the offices of the accountant instead of going through the banking system and other kind of process. I just want to understand the chain of command and the level of oversight that the board have over the running of the university.
Thank you so much, Elijah. I may not be able to speak all of the questions that you've raised, especially considering the organigram or the chain of command that currently exists at the university. But what I do know is that we currently have a president, as you regularly said, Phoebe and Karen. Phoebe School of Nursing and Esther Baker School of Nursing, these institutions have existed for a very long period of time, independently, running their own affairs in consultations with those hospitals. I remember back then when I was at Xhosa Lutheran Mission School, nobody could distinguish between what was Esther Baker and what was, let's say, what was Esther Baker School of Nursing or what was Corey Hospital. Everyone felt that the director of school, nursing school, and the director of nursing hospital, they all cooperated because these schools, the school were directly under the Korean Lutheran Hospital. So, I mean, there was no problem with that. The same with Phoebe School of Nursing. The director of the different school could run into the hospital because the hospital was a practice ground for students, and they all coordinated. In fact, the director of the school had a very big voice in running the hospitals and all those kind of things. But things have changed, and things continue to change. Now, moving forward, whenever you bring about change, there will be some sort of resistance. That's obvious. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with it. Currently, what is happening at the level of the university, I told people there is nothing wrong with this. If you do organizational management structures, these things are very known in any organizations. Whenever you introduce change, there must be a resistance. When you introduce change and there's no resistance, it means the change is not real. People have to resist. And there are a couple of reasons why people resist change, Elijah. Couple of reasons. We can go about just talking about some of these reasons. Take, for instance, people are worried about their security. People are worried about the loss of status and or job security or whatever you think of. Imagine somebody who was maybe, say, an accountant who used to sign a check and ensure that money comes or make request. And then maybe the director of nursing sign and they do their own thing. Now today you come in and telling them, no. There's a different system here. We are now having a university. And that university meant it might be a centralized process. So if you are director of nursing, director of school at Corin, you're not director anymore, but rather you become a dean or an associate dean. If you are director at Phoebe, you are now you still remain there, but your nomenclature going to change as dean of the college. Okay, you have an accountant. Accounting, you are now going to work on a vice president for fiscal affairs, meaning the power you have, you're not going to have it anymore. Elijah, these are normal circumstances. if that happened to me, I will have a different feelings and a different view for certain period of time until I adjust to the change. So there's a whole lot happening in the corridor. So what I also want to say is that the forming of the university wasn't a mistake. There is no time for preparation than this time. This is the rightful time. And I want to assure you guys that the university is in a good shape.
Yeah.
It's undergoing a metamorphosis and changes. And whenever these changes come about, it will take some time. But gradually, we're going to settle in. Dr. Manangba is doing extremely well. We've had one of the best presidents of the university, and we are blessed to have him because the University of Liberia wanted to pull him over when they were seeking presidents, right? But we were lucky, we already have him. So all what we can do, all of us, is to work along with him. But there is a resentment across the board. These changes will gradually be welcomed on and on and on. One of the things I do know in our board of trustees meeting is that we have a coordinated process. Instead of Corey having an account, Phoebe having a different bank account, they have been an integrated bank account. There's no more Corey bank account, Phoebe bank account. There's bank account of the universities, one account. So if you are from the Corey School of Nursing, Esther Baker School of Nursing.
Yeah, so brother Abraham is on network glitching in the background, but I think we hear clearly what he said.
That is exactly what's happening, right? So if the director of Esther Baker School of Nursing wants certain money maybe to do some administrative work, it will have to pass through a channel. It will not be like before, where you just stay in Zozo and you tell the accountant I want some money and you just get it. No. It will have to go through a channel. It will have to meet an approval of the president. So these changes are overwhelming and they are moving back and forward. But it takes time. No, eventually people will get used to that.
Thank you for that explanation.
Can I make a follow-up, Toto?
I make a follow-up there. We'll get to before we get to that part of the time.
Thank you, Brother Abia, for the explanation that you have. The university is working on this integrated process or the integration of the university or the various schools that are underneath or colleges that are underneath the university. So, like I said the last time, if somebody was in Liberia and they called me and said, "Where is the administrative?" That's like where is the administration of the Lutheran University, where I can walk in, I'll see, like you said, the vice president for student affairs, the president, the comptroller general or vice president for fiscal affairs. Where is that seat of the Lutheran University where you'll be able to walk into that office and you can find all the information for the Lutheran University besides going to Total I want to see the president's there?
The central office of the university is right on the Toyota's campus. There the president and his staff are based. If you went to Toyota campus now, Dr. Manangba's residence and offices are right on the Toyota campus. Whatever information you need, you can get right there on the Toyota campus. If there's an issues that have to do with College of Health Sciences, either at Phoebe or Corey, all you need to do is to refer you to the dean of those colleges. And those deans are there. They were director before, but now their nomenclature have changed from director of school to dean. So, I mean, the whole process is ongoing. I see no problem with it. There's a smooth operations going right now at the Lutheran University.
Yeah, thank you, Brother Abraham, for that question. Like you already stated, this is the right time. There's no other time. This is the right time for the Lutheran University to be established for the work that been put in. I think this is the right time. Like you already stated, when it comes to change, you probably take me back to the classroom when it comes to organizational behavior, how people behave when the organization is going through some structural changes. So these are some of the outcomes that probably we are experiencing today. when you do consumer behavior also too. How do the consumer behave when there's a new product then put in the market? So this is sort of obvious, but thank you for that. I would like to reach out to our dear sister, the only female in the house, Kwapo City. What do you have for Brother Abel there for them will bring John back or they will get away?
Thank you, Dr. Toto. Thank you, Brother Ava, for that brilliant explanation. Like for the past time, we have been discussing this, whether to win the merger of the university, whether all of these things were under one umbrella, especially when it comes to the accounting of the institution, how money are paid, do we have a consolidated bank account, what we want a consolidated statement. But now, from what I gather from you, is there indeed there is a consolidated accounting say when it comes to the university. So no one college is running its own finance when it comes to the LUL, because that has been our discussion for the past time, whether these things are in place. But again, you talk about change. When change happens, fine. People feel bad, people cry, people laugh. But at the end of the day, things come to its a normal stage and everybody flow with what has been put into place. Um, my question has to do with the time frame for the investigation. Is there any set time frame for this investigation?
Yes, Kopo, I just said to you that we have 1 month, except
Or a
otherwise.
month? Oh, okay.
Yes, I mean, yesterday the decision was taken on the 14th. So we anticipate that the report should be up by the 19th, except otherwise, if there are other challenges along the way that will not be able to complete the process within 1 month time, of course, we'll let the board knows about it and the public knows that, yes, we need additional time for further investigation because it has to do with data collection. It has to do with talking with people, right? So the committee, we will work. We will get to work right away. Today is Sunday, tomorrow Monday. Hopefully by tomorrow, we start sending out different kinds of communications at different levels to ensure that we meet up with time. But in the likelihood that we're done, meet up with the 19, of course, we'll let the board know that. But I can assure you that we'll do everything as much as possible to ensure that we remain in the time frame because we're talking about a short-term process because the bishop have been intervening with this process. Hopefully by the 23rd, we understand school's supposed to resume. And when school resume, everybody return to campus. Decision will be predicated upon the report that we're going to come out with. So we have a great obligation to ensure that the report comes up because there are a lot of things are happening and we must take action. But we can't take action based on romance.
Thank you.
Dr. Todo, we have Bishop on the line. He wants to make a point.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Bishop is done. I'm still on the floor.
Yeah,
Bishop Padmo, you are live. Go ahead. Yeah, you are live, Bishop. Just lower your receiver. Just tune down your radio. You are live. Yeah, your computer. If you can lower your computer, you are live. Good evening, Bishop. Go ahead. You are live.
Okay. Look, I want to make a few comments. I've done that. I want to make a few points. I want to say first, thank you to all of you people who are on this show. As it relates to the university, we need to make a few things clear first. Unless all of us who think we have interest in the university will take it as an interest and discuss it with objectivity, we're not going to do anything. The issues are coming up, people are approaching it from different levels, as if to say, well, we made a mistake or we did not investigate. I think we did. We did. The issue at the campus, I've been in it from the onset of it, the very first strike action. I went there. I was there with the president when no other person was there. Unfortunately, nobody have asked even me what happened. Even when a journalist is giving you people, I heard him. There were 14 counts. I had that discussion with the student, along with the police, the student office. I was there. They are insisting, requesting, making some requests. Some are demands that even if any one of you, where even the president would not even take their students. What I want people to know first is that majority of the students who are making all of these demands is that they have not even paid their school fees. And because the university decided that they should pay 50%, then where the problem come from? One of the problem is with the either resignation or stepping down because either this issue insults them. The school as a committee going to find that out, or either have been insisted that the 50% is kept is held under. They don't want that. Even the guy who is spearheading the protest has not even paid $5 of his tuition. Now we enter, and I told them the demand you make it there are too many. We cannot do all. Let's take it in bit. In fact, they want us to do everything they requested in 3 days, which no one could do. Nobody could do that. So I told them, so we told few. One of them was they wanted mattresses. I left from the place and came straight to my office and made the treasurer to make available some money. We bought mattresses of $4 the right size. I brought them back to change it and carry it back. I would send money. They said they didn't have water. We put in a body for submersible pump and bought it. While we were finding the bed to install it, they asked for Carana events and some other documentation. I met with the president and put them to work to develop those documents they wanted. Even the very day the teacher had gone to finalize that those documents was the time they locked them up. I went there that day, communicated with the president and the board chair. And what I realized was that because they felt that it should happen the way they wanted it to happen, and it didn't happen. All the steps we are taking, repair the kitchen they wanted, order DSTV to install it, and every single other thing they asked for, but they still claim that nothing was happening because either did not step down, either the board did not move, either or even investigating her. So that's she was in the meeting, so that's why they locked the door. Well, the committee will find out. Our discussion now was, okay, since they are on campus and they're not seeing anything that we are doing, then we ask them about the campus, and then we do what we're supposed to do. Because I have even got able to even work on the bomb beds and everything. But they didn't still see that as anything that was doing. And they became very rude. Even I went there. They attempted to insult me. When the police commander had to even get angry. They didn't start there. They took me to the county attorney court. Then we resolved the issue a little bit. Because when they explained and I explained, and the county attorney told them in 45 minutes discussion, he was angry and he told them all of their wrongs. Even though they had some good points that were requested, the manner of approach was wrong. In fact, he instructed me to even dismiss some of them in their presence because of the way they approach the issue. So I think we need to take it. Let us not see it as somebody made a mistake or put on the right thing or we got the wrong people in place. That's not what it's supposed to be. We also investigate and see, we will make the kind of public. I really want to be positive and say, I don't like the way Elijah asked the question. If even he realized that people in Corey Hospital were taking money directly, which should not be, which we assess should it be, he should make that known, or to make it like there was a mistake people are making, or we're not doing the right thing. I don't think that's how we should put it, because I want you all to know, if we who are Lutherans put out a picture of the university that makes it negative, the world will receive it negative. This platform should discuss the university positively. We should be asking questions. I'm on my way back to Phoebe tomorrow to make sure, because we have said that some of this will be done from now to the 23rd. So I need to go back there and make sure, find money from somewhere and put some of these things into place. But it's not that we made a mistake. We didn't make any mistake. Over the last 10 years to 15 years, this church has fought for a university. Every convention we went to, everybody accused why there is it. We fought. We got the preliminary to act for 4 years. I think we should work positively to make sure that what we have requested from the government is withheld, and not to tear it ourselves. Let people tear us and not we tear ourselves. These are the comments I want to make.
Thank you, Bishop.
They
Thank
will
you,
do.
Bishop, for that.
These
Thank
are
you, Bishop,
happening.
for that comment. You know, we want to say thank you so much for your comment and for the
Thank you so much, Bishop.
that you are provided to aid
All
us in our discussion on the network. So thank you so much. And I think we are here, the Bishop.
I will stay on the floor.
Yeah,
Dr.
so we
Toto,
jump back.
Toto,
Elijah will come back to you. We'll come back to you in the next round. Let's just,
I just wanted to make a
I think we know. Elijah, just
Elijah,
hold on. I think we should
Elijah,
do
hold
a
on.
round of
You'll come
comment
back.
before we go to what
We'll
Bishop
come to
said.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, to you in the next round.
Well, round of questions.
Yeah, let's just go back to our dear sister couple for her father or her second point that she wanted to raise. Then we'll get back. Then we'll go to Brother Woody.
Okay,
John is here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Brother Abel. I know you are part of the board of trustee of the university, and now you have been appointed as chairperson for the investigation committee. Do you think, with this investigation being transparent, being part of the board of trustee, and now you are chairing this committee of investigation, do you think that we needed someone from outside the board to spearhead that committee? Maybe the board member can be member of the committee. You don't think so?
Oh, well, I think there's no mistake in this process because it's the board responsibility to ensure that there is sanity at the universities. We have the mandate to regulate policy, to develop policy, and to ensure that the university runs smoothly. So, as chairman of the board, I'm not going to work in isolation. If you listen to my opening statement, that we have other board members. I just need three of those board members that will be working along with us. But that's not just all to it. We are going to go in there to ensure that the very students that are on protest, we will have a student representative on this committee. We will have a staff representative on this committee. We have an administrative representative on this committee. We even go outside the box to have alumni, those that have graduated maybe in the past 1 or 2 years on this committee. Because the issue, maybe it didn't just start today, maybe it started years back. And we will also have the Phoebe community, that especially with the hospital, that serve as the former host of this school, Phoebe School of Nursing, now the Lutheran Universities. We will also have them on the committee, and we will have other people on this committee. So this committee is going to be transparent, and whatever reports we come up with, there will be recommendation for action. I'm very sure, I'm very optimistic that this committee will be transparent, and whatever issue we come up with will be the issue because it will be
Question.
from the people themselves.
A follow-up question, Dr. A follow-up, yeah, Brother Abel, you are naming all of these people to form this committee, and this committee has just 1 month to work, and up to now today is the 15th, and this committee has not been completed yet. So when will the completion take place, and when will you people start to work within a 1 month period?
As I said, we have this week between now and Friday. We anticipate that we'll be able to complete the listing of the committee. We'll be able to finalize the TOR, the term of reference of this committee that will be endorsed by the board. Yesterday, that was the sticker issues, let's say the more critical issues in our discussions. Everyone is aware. Hopefully, before the morning hour, the draft of the TOR will already be circulating around. And then by Wednesdays and hopefully by Friday, we hope we have a full listing of the committee. And by next week, we will begin work. I think the hardest thing is to collect the data. When we have the data at hands, we will begin working at it to analyze this and then come up with all of the necessary recommendations we think we're going to get it. Because it's about facts finding. We don't want to base our argument on rumors. Maybe somebody say, oh, Mr. Bryan is like this, John Smoke is like this person is like this. Even those who we refer to as quote unquote the dissident students, we want to hear from them. And that's the reasons why when people say, oh, there should be explorations of students who misbehave, who initiated protests, we say, hey, hold on. Let those students come back. Coming back and maybe attending classes for 1 or 2 weeks does not mean that we are not going to take action. There will be action taken because we want our action to be based on facts. And this committee is called the Facts Finding Committee. We don't, as I said here, I have no information to my disposal until when my questionnaires is developed and I go in there and hear from the authors themselves and hear from those that we'll be speaking with. We're going to speak with the students' body. We'll speak with the faculty. We'll speak with the staff. I mean, we're going to speak with the community people. There's a lot of information out there. We want to gather all these informations and process them into one space and see what is the root cause. Because if we say, oh, we just send the students home, we expel them, we suspend them, it's like we'll be treating syndrome from the main cause. That's why we want to reach up down to the root cause.
Okay, Brother Abel, thank you for that. Thank you for that point. I think you have said a lot on it. Let me get to Woody. Woody, John on the line.
Yes, John is here.
Yeah, John, just 2 minutes. Can you just conclude your talk? Then Woody come in.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, John. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Like I said previously, there have been 2 separate protests on the Phoebe campus. The first one was on the 27th, which, the students have 14 counts resolution. And like the bishop said, the bishop, along with the Lutheran University president, the superintendent office, and the police commander, was able to meet up with the students, and they asked them to give them some time, at least a week, to be able to resolve the matter. And since that protest on the 27th, no time to read the entire 14 counts to you, but there are major things of the 14 counts. There are some areas that are very key. The students want the assistant dean to step down. They are saying her services have not done well for the university, and they also want the school to improve on sleeping facility. Mr. Kuba sent you a couple of pictures. If you look at the mattresses that these students are sleeping on, I think it's a paramount concern, and the university should take that seriously. I sent you some pictures. So those were some of the issues that the students had. And on the 10th, like I said, faculties were in meeting and trying to brainstorm. Though I wasn't in the meeting, but they were trying to discuss the very protest, and the students again got irritated, and they were able to lock them up. Those teachers were in there, or those faculties were in there, and then after a series of calls before, the students were able to release them. But this is it. There was a temporary closure of the school, as the board member there is saying, Mr. Lewa and the bishop said. And if you read the document leading to the closure of the school, which I also sent to you, the concern that is being raised there is that the continuous protest on the campus of the university has raised a safety concern. So how can the university be able to resolve the issue when the students are, always protesting? I think there is a safety concern right now. As I speak, there's a safety concern on campus. If the school is questioned and the faculties are trying to find solution to the problem, I think there will always be protests. Because I spoke with one of them. On the 10th of June, I spoke with one Johnson Tidal, who is also one of the major actors in the protest. He said to me they will not rest until the university is able to adhere to all of the counts in the resolution. So The bishop, in line with the university president or the faculties of the university, thought it wise to close the school down temporarily, and then in the course of 2 weeks, from the 12th to the 23rd, then the students can get back on campus. At which time, in the document that I sent to you, they have said they'll be able to tackle few areas. The issue of library, because all of the campus there, most of it, I will be corrected, are damaged. So the university is saying to them, stay off campus, and then we'll resolve the issue in 2 weeks, and you can come back on campus. So basically, I think those are developments that I've been able to follow up. I have all of the document in my possession, the document coming from the school angles that led to the closures of the school, the resolution from the student angle, the mattresses, the pictures of the mattresses, the dormitory, and some of the campus. I have those those pictures and documents in my possession at the moment.
Thank you, John, for that. Thank you, that John. For that, you can share the information with waiting for us, so we can have it for our network. But thank you so much for giving us a detailed point about some of the incidents that occurred during the protest, and for that, for the report. I think the board member, Brother Abel, is here. I think he listened to you, and the bishop also too is on. He listened to you also too. So with it, so
Yeah.
I come to you now. I think Brother Abel is probably the camera is off, but maybe he's listening.
Yeah, that's fine. I think maybe due to okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you just listen to John, the bishop, and then Brother Abel. What question do you have for them, for Brother Abel or John?
Yeah, I have two questions. I would just ask both of them. One is to John. John, in your investigation or the information you gather, and speaking of this person who was one of the ringleader in the leading the protest, according to Bishop Patmo, he does not even he's not a fully registered student because he does not he has not paid his not a penny of his tuition. So how do we really consider that he is a student when he is not even trying to comply financially with the institution? Because this is the thing that protests will come about when you are demanding just for a just cause, wherein you're paying for a service and you are not receiving it. But him along with most of his colleagues, according to Bishop Patmo, they are not in compliance financially with the institution. I mean, that does not give the university the that breeding ground or the yardstick not to provide the basic necessity for the students. I saw the mattresses and everything, and Bishop Patmo had already mentioned that mattresses were bought immediately and transferred to the school. And the guy you spoke about said that if all of the counts are not met, they will continue to protest and what have you. But this is someone and his colleagues not in compliance financially with the with the institution. And my second question, actually, that is a comment, and maybe Brother Abel can just expand on that a little bit. You talked about coming back, which of course we do appreciate, and this is the reason why. One of the reasons why this network was founded, so that we can provide that information to our people, our members, and the general audience out there, so that people don't go based on speculation. But I will tell you this, that Brother Abel, I don't know if the board is going to be, it's not going to have a problem with you being on the show tonight. We've made attempts to invite the board president and some of the board members. They had a serious issue with it when the president and both deans appear on our show. So, I mean, is the board not going to have a problem with you appearing tonight and then coming back to provide some fact-finding information for our people? So maybe John can,
John,
can follow up with this.
Okay, thank you very much. Quite honestly, the issue of failure to pay tuition, between private of the university, like the thing. That's a story I have not made follow up on. But from the counts the guys had in one of the counts they have in the resolution is that they're paying up to $325 for feeding, and they eat a day with a bag of water. That's one of the counts. So they are demanding the university to be able to improve on the feeding and provide them water facility. So whether he have not paid his fees or some of the colleagues have not met up with the financial requirement of the institution, it is only the president that is clogged with that information, like the bishop is saying. But from our angle as media practitioners, we have not done any further investigation on as to who paid the fees or who did not pay.
And then also, John, to move forward, can we just do an investigative report for all that?
Yeah, can you just investigate some of those issues and then let us know, please? Before Brother Abel can come in, could we take a minute or two from the bishop? He's back on the line.
Yeah, we'll be the line with the bishop.
Yeah, go ahead, Bishop.
Yeah. No, this is what I want to say to you. Where you ended, I'm coming to start. I want to tell you that even the man who is leading the protest up to the day when we suspended the classes had not paid $5 of his tuition. Most of them who are in the protest are on a supplemental scholarship. A supplemental owed the school a little more than $17,000 United States dollars. There are some of them, including the man who is in the protest, who is being sponsored by Ministry of Internal Affairs, and I'm giving it because no book can query me. I'm the bishop. Those students on the Ministry of Internal Affairs scholarship were not yet received up to the time we suspended the classes. Now, he talked about somebody who talked about they will continue. I want to tell you, when I went to the county Anthony Court, he called me when he took me there. The guys went there, and I went there. And when I explained, in fact, at the end, I look forward to see them coming to protest because they were instructed by the code of the government to come back and write a letter of apology for the attitude. So they all agreed they were coming to write a letter of apology and then ask us so we can sit down and discuss the issue in a more applicable manner. I don't see anyone of them coming back to say they're coming to protest. I would not believe that even. Because I've been following to the letter, I've been there to the letter. We don't want them to come. We're not making them angry about that. I like what the area said. We're not going to say they should turn their way. Unless the committee is formed to very much go into detail. I'm not going to detail. I have almost a list. I have requested a list of everybody who have not paid. But I think we should go beyond that. I don't even want to come back to a protest, which I'm sure they're not going to do based on the way we enter in the court. Because the county under the court was the last place they were going. And the county under they were like about 8 in the court that day. And he told them that they have missed all of the steps. You would not just say, okay, we don't want Toto on this platform. Why? It must be investigated before it can take it from there. That's what they don't want to wait for. They don't want to wait for investigation. You must do it just as they say. What is right, what is wrong. So I'm thinking that we're going through it process by process. We are making ourselves available. I'll be in Phoebe tomorrow for another 2-3 days to make sure some of the things we are. And I want to be one thing clear. The student was smart. The mattresses are bad, I agree. I was in the group, went from room to room. The rooms they took us in with a small camo and this and that, there were places, portions of the dormitory that they had not been using, no student there at all. So what I did was that I went back there on to order them and went from room to room, from bathroom to bathroom. I know there were 2 camos in the whole dormitory setting that we have already bought it. But the rooms the guys showed, they just put all the rubbishes and put it in one room because they were not in there, nobody was in there, and that's what the camera people do, they carry the police with it, and I was behind them. Afterward, I followed them afterward, and when I realized that this component of the dormitory, nobody lives there. No, it's not bad that we face it. Yes, we face it. But not that. The worst thing I saw there was that the issue of the mattress, and I'm telling you, the literature have bought certain component of mattress and they're taking it there. So when they come back, we're going to go through the process and see what take them back. or one of the police excused because the teacher was even afraid to go to classes. They would not do anything. So that's why they both in consultation with the Lutheran Church, we agreed that suspend the classes. So the teacher can be free to go and do the government teacher is going to do. The workers who be working there can be free to do that. And then we can come back and come back based on maybe after the committee have made a decision. If somebody will suspend it, then we'll do it. If they will not be, they all will come, they will come. But this is a school. This is a school of discipline. The nurses must be nurses. The action of the student, even if they didn't have anything that they were supposed to do, one thing the government told them was to have black the hospital and the black the under was a wrong ideology. They accepted and they writing in the policy letter for those things. There are some things we supposed to do as an institution. But you gotta take it takes time because they don't have the money, they're not paying the money. They don't even have father. Most of them are not even paid. So I was stopping. I had to go. I'm a little bit tired. I've been up and down the whole of last week on this stuff. But it's good that I came home so that when we make the investigation, the journalists are not going into TV. They only get on the front page and talk to the people. And I'm sorry, John has been doing well too. But I mean, the detail of what is happening, they are not sitting on the detailed meetings. All the documents the student requested for, we have them. They didn't allow the people to put it up. They locked the door on them. They don't allow them things. But I like us to discuss it. We're discussing it. But it's good sometimes you just call back and get the real insider and get some information. Because one thing we have to understand, there is a fight in Bon County, and I'm saying it broadly. The issue in Bon County, if people don't go for an institution, then they make all kind of things and make all kind of push people up. I have a problem with the constitution of the committee they have. There are some people in that committee I feel that not even in the interest of the university, we gotta be careful. But I will talk to Abel when he comes back, when we leave the show, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. And good night. I'm going to bed.
Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you, Bishop, for that.
Thank you, Bishop.
So, talk about fast spend. I'll count on you. I'll count on you.
You've been putting me on pause for a little while now.
I'll count on you. We want to go thinking about segment by segment.
Can we have what's the need? Abel respond to that because guys are looking about the board refuse.
I'll for Abel to respond to that. After that, we'll get Elijah. 30 seconds. Then 30 seconds. Then we're going to recognize our guests.
Okay. Yep.
Recognize our guests. Then we'll go to our closest inmate.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I just quickly want to commend the bishop for his effort in this model. From the beginning, he has really been in the middle of things to ensure that there is peace at the Phoebe campus of the Lutheran universities, and that seems to be in his heart. And he's run with that, which is highly commendable. John mentioned about the fellow who said there will be continuous protests. I just want to tell John that currently, as I speak to you, there are communication lineup, draft communication that will be finally endorsed between now and Friday. Before the student return on the 23rd, which is Monday, they are going to receive a communication from the committee, from the investigative committee, informing them not to carry on any more protests until investigation is done. There's no different way that this matter can be resolved without an investigation. These are university students we are to know best. We are explaining to them that the investigator will take a period of 1 month from this time to this time. And after this time, we'll be informing you. Right? So, have that communication in your possession. There's no need for protest.
Yeah,
in fact, they are blessed. Other people were saying, let us spare them right away. We said, no, don't spare them. Let the guys come and enjoy themselves. Let the guy come, go back to class freely. On Monday, the moment you get on campus, boom, your student leadership will be reading the communication to you. that the board of trustees have established a committee to do the investigation from this time to this time. And after this time, they'll inform us. Then we will decide what to do. But this is the thing, brothers and sisters tonight, as I said, this committee will be transparent as much as possible, and there will be actionable point that will come out. Some may call for expulsion, some may call for suspension, some may it will not only be about students. I don't want to preempt anything because I have no idea. Let us gather data in our possession, and then we will act upon those data. But now this is the thing, as Bishop Regler said, we have requested several documents. The president just sent me the student's handbook. I'm not reading it. I want to read it upside down. Because, yes, I want to read it upside down. I want to understand it better. Maybe I may even invite a legal person to serve on this committee so that we get to understand. That's one of the documents we requested for. Because every student enrolled at the university should have a copy of the student's handbook. There are regulations, there are rules guarding every student. Even if there are issues, there are ways to take your grievances, right? So that student handbook will also serve as one of our guides. We have asked for a comprehensive list of the students, date of enrollment, the status, tuition payments, and all kind of things. Your record, your history of tuition payment. Man, you can't be in a school and you're not paying tuition and you want to talk about tuition business.
That's the LU staff.
Right? So we need that listing. So when we're talking to the student, we'll be talking to them. We say, "Oh, Moses Brown, your knee is here, but you stay. Oh, how you expect university to function?" You know, those are just something.
So, brother, I thank you. So, right, brother.
I stay coming. We need a listing of the staff, their qualifications. We need all of those documents. We need the student governance and representations. We need the policies. All of the documents are pulling in right now. We need them, right? And when we're doing the investigation, we'll be consulting literature and we'll be talking to people as well. And we'll come up with our finding.
Thank you. Elijah, give you 30 seconds.
Thank you, Dr. Toto. Brother Abel, thank you, and I trust your ability to really look into the situation that's happening within the Lutheran University. I know Bishop came out to say that we say people made a mistake and they made a mistake. We, in one of the things in conflict resolution, Brother Abel, I know you are very versed in that area. And in a service delivery institution like the Lutheran University, the first thing we do is that we owe our loyalty to our customers. And in this case, our customers are the students. So despite if I didn't pay my tuition or the person never paid their tuition and all that kind of stuff, I know you will go into those things. But at the very heat of the conflict right now, and what I see from the bishop explanation is that much as he's intervening, but there's a blame game going on at the same time. You don't pay your tuition, oh, you don't do this one, you don't do the one. As an institution, I think the first thing we need to do is to accept the responsibility of the wrong that has happened. And then, like the committee has been set up, you go in and then do your 5 findings and then go in and make recommendation for change. And I think that's the route because, like you said, right, the board of trustees, you are to set standards and regulations that will guard the functioning of this university. So at this time, I know that the university has been open a little over 2 years now. And we are at this point where we have conflict. So I think we have to take responsibility of the missteps that we have. And one of the things is that I don't know the level of oversight of the board of trustees, how you do your oversight with these campuses, or how you visit the campuses, or who's there as your eye to look after the running of these institutions. I think as you are going to be doing your investigation, in your recommendation, there should be some monitoring and evaluation person who's going to be assigned at the Lutheran University that will make frequent visits to these campuses, just ensuring that things are going the right way. Because many a times when we appoint people positions in Liberia, we leave them to operate at their own volition. And taking into consideration the economic situation in Liberia, some people think that they are providing favor or they are doing favor for the student. Now you will tell them that, oh, you don't pay your tuition. No, I on the person on scholarship. That's very administrative. If my scholarship sponsor did not pay my tuition, it's not on me. It's on your administration to go after the person who made a commitment to pay the student's tuition. So if I'm lying on the ground because my scholarship sponsor did not pay my tuition, it does not mean that I can speak up because my tuition had not been paid by my sponsor. So, and this is the reason why, as an institution, you always got contingency budget to fill in when people don't step in to fill to that place because you want to maintain standards in the university. You want to maintain standards in your institution.
Gotcha. No,
So
that,
that
that
would be
record
my
up.
recommendation to the committee so that I trust your judgment. I trust the bishops intervention and everything else. But we have to proceed with caution and stop the blame game. But because your tuition will not pay, you don't have the right to speak or so. So no, we shouldn't go that route. The Lutheran University has to take the responsibility and say the wrong has happened, and we are here to solve the problem and
Okay.
proceed
Gotcha.
in direction.
Thank you for your point. I think you said it well. With my closest statement, I will add on that also too. With it, can we just recognize our guests, and then after we recognize our guests, but Abel will give his closest statement. Then we all give our closest statement, and we call it a day on the network. But we want to say Happy Father Day to all our fathers out there, and those are to the network. Say thank you. So, with it, what do you have for us there?
Yeah, brother Umali Safa, I want to say thank you so much for following us. Mother Konya, we want to say thank you as well. Thank you so much. She's saying Happy Father's Day. The son Kakula, this son Kakula, we want to say thank you from Toronto. Mother Victoria Nangbe Johnson, thank you so much.
Well, take it easy now. When Toronto people don't just rush you there. Careful, you gotta get it.
But this son Kakula, Toronto.
About Toronto people.
Mother Victoria Nangbe Johnson, I want to say thank you. She's from Monrovia district area. Brother Carson,
Sister
Charleston.
Tati.
Yeah, Tati Collie Charleston.
Yeah.
That is a brother, right?
No, that's a lady. You see the
Oh,
old man.
she in Minneapolis, man. I just testing.
But
I just
Tati,
testing you, man. I'm
Tati
living in
just got
Minneapolis.
married. I don't know. She's a bit Tati Quality. I didn't
No,
know.
Tati just crossed my brain.
Yeah, recently, right? Because I see you change that.
Yeah, but
Tati,
We ain't got shoot for that one.
to you.
Say Sever.
Yeah,
Sever Kolufor is from St. Matthews, the biggest parish.
the accountant for the FCL.
Yeah.
But I know Sever, I'm my good old friend. I want to say thank you, Sister Sever. Thank you for the Father's Day wishes. Thank you, Sister Sever. And of course, our bishop, he spoke twice with us. He's always following.
What Bishop said? What he said?
He said the questions are good, but require clarity. That's the first time he came on.
That's the question. I see.
Yep. So it's from St. Andrew. This is prayer, hard work, and dedication. All right.
What's that person? Hello.
I don't really know this person, to be honest.
Okay. See Andrew.
St. Andrews, and they have a question for Dr. Tutu.
Ask a question.
Yeah, you can post your question here. We will answer them. Bishop Patmo also says that please know that there is a division amongst the students. The council president and most of the officials are not in support of this protest. We know that violence is not, and it had never been the answer. This is the chaplain general of Aliyah, Deacon Moses Sumo Cutter. Um, Brother Stephen Sewala from Brown County. Thank you. I think I spoke with him quite recently. Brother Johnson McKing Tally. Good evening. My question here is what about expelling those students that was marked? I think the committee is going to investigate. After the investigation, committee will take a decision. So there's no suspension for now. And Brother Kilimin Swakoli Gwikoli is there following us from Zozo. I decided to leave this person for last. There's a question here. Gwikoli. Is that Gwikoli? Okay, Gwikoli. Because I decided to leave this person for last. He's always he's a regular follower. The Reverend Dr. Torbo Thomas Jala, aka TJ. We want to say Happy Father's Day to you as well, Reverend. Thank you so much. He said from the decks of the pastor. Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day. But anyway, maybe in his closing remark, anyway, he claimed Dr. Abel. Dr. Abel, could you please make a comment? Maybe it can be like, but please make a comment to the fact that we invited the board on 2 occasions. The board declined our invitation, and also because we were hearing some of these things, we invited the board declined. The president came along with 2 of his deans. They came on the show, and right after the show, we received so many calls from so many people. Not Aliyah, but the Lutheran University is guided by 3 a tripartite group: the university, Aliyah, and the Lutheran Church in Liberia. So we received some calls from here, thinking that it wasn't a good idea for us to invite the president. And so I still have this concern that, and which of course, I think it would be a good idea for you to come back and let us know the findings. But you think the board is going to be satisfied with your appearance and, subsequent appearance?
It's already, I don't think the board will get a problem.
He commented on that with it. That's not less of our concern right now.
No. He said he's going to come. I want you to give me information from the board standpoint, because
are you
He can speak for the board right now.
I'm here.
Can you give her your closest statement?
Absolutely, I will do that.
Also,
I just want to thank you guys, and Liz, for the wonderful work you are doing. This platform is highly sacrificial to taking up your time out of your busy schedule to always come on a Sunday when you're supposed to be up there. Yeah, it means a lot. So honestly, from my end, I want to really congratulate all of you guys for keeping the spirit alive. Just quickly to you, Willie, this is an important matter. This has to do with a special committee. I don't think that the board of trustees of the university will have any problem with my appearance tonight, because one of the things we say is that everything we're going to do will be in the public domain. And as a commensurate with what I've started, I'm going to ensure that the process throughout the 1 month. If you want to have me here every week to update you on where we are, how far we've come, I'm willing to do that. I don't think the board will have problem with that. There's a public process, and we want it to be open so that everybody remains in the know of what is happening. People are concerned. This university is a house of Lutherans, but again, to say these things don't move us. What is happening right now is a normal pattern of any organization, especially organizations that's just starting. The university just about a year plus old, right? And whenever I introduce changes, even us, among your
okay, but I have some glitches in the background there. I think much of best that I do get close to it there.
The boy Sonny,
Are you getting
I say you on the farm.
The next on the father is Salaye. So
yeah, right on the phone.
so but maybe I thank you, so
Yeah,
much.
so change come with a lot of things. But anyway, to just close up, we'll update you as we move along with this investigative process. Thank you ever so much tonight.
All right, thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for
Thank you for a surprise appearance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the network, this network is your network. You are welcome anytime. You want to disseminate any information out for the public for the investigation. You are welcome to come on here and share with all we will. You are welcome at any time. This is your network. Thank you again for appearing. No foul. I wish your committee what do we do success. We carry on our report. And for that report to be public, we want to see set surrounding the protest. So hope for transparency. I wish you the best, and also for the good work of your community. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you so much, Joy. Good night.
Good
all
night.
right.
Good night.
So let's try to wrap it all down.
Yeah, can we give what's the name, John?
Yeah.
Just
So yeah.
30 seconds. He's
Can
still on
I?
the phone.
I don't know.
Can we get John 30 seconds to just say something? Then we
To wrap up, yeah.
Try to wrap up.
Yeah, John, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me say thank you for having me on your show, and I will take up my time to. The only thing I want to say to Mr. Lewa is the investigative committee. Rest assured, I won't make my services available because once you want to do an investigation, it's important that those of us who are part of the watchdog of the society are part of it. I don't have to be a part of the committee, but the issue of tuition that was raised by the bishop, that is within the purview of the school, and I will launch an investigation into that matter to see the protesters have not paid their fees. But thank you. It was a nice time. I will follow this closely and I will continue to update you guys.
Thank you, John. We'll talk to you during the week.
Thank you, John. We'll talk to you. Thank you for the good work you do out there, for the people of Totota and also for Liberia as large. So we would now do our further runs. We will start with a couple. Elijah there, we will take her home. But before couple get there, I just want to remember one or two comments also too. For the comment bishop, yeah. I personally think that the comment bishop is why investigation is set up. I don't think some of the comments are appropriate. In terms of who don't pay school fee, don't pay school fee, I don't think that that's a reason why we established to investigate the root causes of the problem. And I think that committee, whatever information that they have should be turned over to the committee to do their report. But coming up down to speak publicly while an investigation, I best set up the investigative thing, it can undermine the investigation report. People begin to out of the right word to you to show doubt that the bishop and other people they already making decisions already. They already see this about people already. It's almost like the final issue of the capital committee. Even those students, if the students have not paid their tuition or somehow they are lucky, I think that's what I give right to the university for some of the issues that there should not be addressed through protest. So I think that's my point. That's about what the bishop said. Well, I'm not saying in a negative format, but just my own opinion. I think the committee should be given a chance to do their work. It will have any information we send out to the committee for further investigation. So that's just my own concern, my own point for the discussion tonight. Sister Couple to give our closest statement. Elijah, then we will take her home.
Okay, yeah, I want to say thank you to Brother Abel for that lengthy discussion when it comes to what is unfolding at the Lutheran University, and he's serving as chairperson. The chairman of Board of Trustees is serving as chairman for the investigative committee. Like
Just
he
for
said, it will be
information,
transparent.
by information, he's not the chairman of the board of trustees.
Oh, okay. He's
He's
member
just a
of the
member of the
board.
board.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. As he said, it will be transparent, and we hope to see the transparency of that committee. Like he said again, that he was continuing to update us, and we look forward to that for the update on the investigation. Elijah said that the issue of not paying tuition, not doing this should not be the issue of not buying mattresses. Yes, your institution, you must have all of these things into place when students are coming on campus, especially those that are living on campus. So that's not an excuse. But the total said, I'm taking from Bishop's explanation. That is not an excuse. And if you clearly listen to Bishop, he said, even those people that are protesting, they are not paid a cent. And then he later on said that these people are on Aslam Meta scholarship, right? Yes, he said these people are on Aslam Meta scholarship, and Aslam Meta had not paid a cent for these people. And Aslam Meta is owing the Lutheran University 17,000. So what was the MOU between LUL and Aslam Meta? Like, up to now, these people are not being paid, and they are not paid any money. And then Aslam Meta is owing LUL 17,000. So the students, you cannot hold them accountable. You just can't, because there's an MOU between you and Aslam Meta. They probably should be writing Aslam Meta that, oh, you're not paying your students' school fees, but you cannot hold the student accountable for not paying school fees. And you cannot use it against them now because they are not paying school fees. So they cannot talk, or they cannot protest, or they cannot do this. But said these things will happen, but I think it should be done respectfully. The issue of blocking the way for ambulance, I think that was very, very wrong. That is hospital, people are dying, people are on a dying bed, they cannot be carrying patients, and you block the way. That was very wrong. We will all front on that, but we hope that the investigation come out and we'll know what was happening in those recommendations that the student put forth. There are good ones and there are bad ones. Those good ones, you can pick it out and you work on them and see how best it can be settled. School can resume and everybody will be happy. The customer will be happy, and those who providing the services will be happy. So we all look forward to seeing that. So that's my view.
Thank you, couple, for that closest statement. Elijah.
Thank you, Dr. Toto. Like I already stated, as a service delivery institution, the customer is always right. And much as they went on the extreme to do some things that were out of the way, sometimes when people are hurt, they would do something so to call your attention, like couple just said, putting blockage on the road, blocking ambulances from going to the hospital. That was on the extreme. But sometimes when people cry, and you're not listening to the cry, they do something to attract attention. So I think that was one of the reasons why they have to go to that extent. But so as an institution, as an educational institution, trying to provide a standard of quality education to people, we have to be very holistic in our approach, taking into consideration all of the components that leads to somebody being well educated. If a person is living in a dirty environment and going to school, that affects their learning ability. So we have to take into account all of those things. So I believe in the ability of the committee that has been set up. I know there will be recommendations that will come forth, but I think as an institution, we need to take the responsibility and know that we wrong these students. Instead of telling the students that you guys are wrong, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. If I'm hurt and I'm requiring certain things to be done, and I'm in your institution, it is your responsibility to provide those things to me. So what am my sponsor? What I'm paying my tuition? There are other measures you would have taken to come after me for my tuition rather than me protesting before you come and tell me that you have not paid your tuition. So I hope that we can take up the responsibility, accept the responsibility, and say, this is our institution. We wrong you, students. but there are steps that were missed, and we are here to make this correction. And so please listen to us as we investigate this and we move forward. I think you will put a water on that fire instead of now blaming people and say you did that, you're wrong. We went to the county attorney office, they say they're wrong, did this and that. If we start playing these kind of blame games, it appears as though we are not even listening to what the students are saying. We're not taking the consideration that we are providing services that that we want others to see the services that we are providing at our university to attract other students. The way we will handle the thing will bring good publicity to the Lutheran University. The way we will handle it will also bring bad name to the university. So I hope that they can take into consideration these things as they investigate and move forward to find resolution to this problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elijah. And that's a brilliant closing statement you made in terms of finding a resolution. And that's the reason why I prompted discussion today. They don't want to know the resolution that came out from the protest. And we're glad that they have put a committee in place to carry on this report. And we hope to see this report that Brother Abel said will be back on the platform to provide a report and to even share more information with the general public. So thank you for the closing statement. With it, the closest that you take her home.
Sure. I want to thank Brother Abel for appearing on the show, and also the bishop and also Brother John for coming up, providing that information to us. But I want to take my point from this angle. In Matthew 18, the Bible talks about how we resolve issues. The Bible says, first, if you have a problem with your brother, and if I may add your sister, the first thing is to have a private conversation. After a private conversation, you talk about inviting a witness. After inviting a witness, get the church involved and all of those steps. Now, I also want to thank the church. The church has taken some immediate actions. Okay, perhaps these things were not really brought to their attention. Maybe these steps were not taken. And if you listen to the bishop, they had to even go to the county attorney's office, and I believe because the county attorney office had to step in. That's the reason why they all went there. And when they went there, they also realized, okay, you know what? There are some things that we did was wrong. Most especially stopping life-saving process. Okay, emergency is nothing to joke with. Blocking the road that people cannot go for medical service. I mean, I join everybody to say that was wrong. Okay, and that I'm not supporting the fact that students should not have a conducive, living environment. I'm not doing that. And equally so, had the church or the Lutheran University has said, all 20 students or 30 students, we put you out. You're not going to come to school until your money is paid in the midst of exam or in the midst of, the instructional period. What will happen? The name also, the bad image also will go out there. It is true that there will be a MOU, but the students too, it behooves them to say, okay, listen, you are our sponsor. Our money has not been paid. Somehow at the University Library, well, some other sponsorship from ALSU and other things that we fought for our names to be there. But at some point, if we were not, we did not receive those scholarships, we look for some other means for it to be paid, because it also jeopardizes your education process. But I would say that the board took a right step by appointing this committee, and the board did not make any mistake by appointing Brother Abel Lewally as the chairperson. We know what Abel Lewally, we know his past record, we know what he can do, his leadership ability, and the fact that he can come publicly and share this information, we know that the process will be transparent. So again, I want to say happy Father's Day to all of you, excluding cis couple, but I will include your husband. Brother Nyan is a very, very good friend of mine, very good brother-in-law. We had a great conversation again today, and I mean, but I just want to leave us with this.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Happy
Father Day to the DG.
To the DG and to my own self father, Bien Johnson.
Yeah, and also to the ambassador Jerry Tableau. Want to say, yeah, and also to our Reverend on the show too. Want to say, Reverend Yakwaso, happy Father's Day to you too.
So let
And, you know,
you guys, let me get ready for my wife.
For your auntie, yeah.
I have to go.
have a great weekend.
For your
Have a blessed
auntie,
week.
for your auntie. Don't
Yes.